The truth about window film. I'm going to inform you on the information about window film that a lot of people don't know. Stay tuned, it's all coming up. Hey guys, Patrick here with Window Tinting Business, where we strive to inform, inspire, and improve you as a professional. If you're new to the channel or this is your first time watching, my name is Patrick. I'm a full-time window tinter, instructor, and consultant. On this channel, we talk about the ins and outs of the industry. We do product reviews, how-tos, and much more. So if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe and click the bell notification so that you're up to date with the channel. Lastly, make sure to check out all the description below for any show notes or anything that I may have missed, plus information about the channel as well. In the interest of full disclosure, at the time of this video, I have not been getting paid by anyone or any type of manufacturer, film developer, anyone. These are the opinions of my own, and I want to clarify that I am not degrading or talking down upon any company within this video. I think everyone has the right to make money and run a business, and they're all good, so don't send me any hate mail. All right, let's get started on the truth about window film. Before we get started, I want to go over 3 concepts that I want to explain first so that we're all on the same page. First term is manufacturing, okay? And I just have some notes here. I don't have a script or anything, so I'm just kind of going off of here. By definition, manufacturer, a person or company that makes goods for sale. It's very important. Makes goods for sale is very key to remember in this term. Second term, I don't know the exact term because I've heard it called a number of different things. In this video, why don't we call it builder, okay? And the definition of builder is a person or thing that creates or develops a particular thing. Manufacturers make, builders build and create. And for this video, the last term we're going to talk about is reboxer, okay? So a reboxer is someone or some entity or someone that takes a particular product and then puts it within their own packaging. To better explain this, think of a sandwich, okay? So if I'm gonna make a sandwich, if I was a manufacturer, what I would do is I would make the bread, I would cook the bread, I would slice the bread, I would get a hold of the meat, I would process the meat, I would cut the meat, I would cure the meat, I would cook the meat, I would make the cheese. All the particles that I'm gonna need for my sandwich, I'm actually making all those particles. So that is a manufacturer. A builder collects all the materials that I need to make my sandwich, and then I'm gonna make the sandwich. So I didn't make the bread, I didn't make the cheese, and I didn't make the meat. So I collected all that and made the sandwich. And think of a reboxer as someone that buys from a builder, someone that already has the sandwich already made, and they're just gonna take it and put it in a different package and send it out. So that's gonna help clarify the 3 differences that I'm gonna be talking about today. All right, first term that we're going to talk about is manufacturer. Within the film industry, this is a very hazy subject and topic. Reason being is that a lot of people don't know the actual truth about window film. In the world, there is only 2 manufacturers of window film. That's it. Okay, and the 2 are Eastman, or Eastman Chemical Company, and a company called Gowari out of India. Okay, those are the only ones. Those 2 companies are the only companies that have a deep dye system. Plus, they take the materials that you use to produce, the raw materials that you use to produce film, and they actually make it and dye it. That's it. If anyone else says they're a manufacturer, from what I've been taught and from what I have from the information that I've been getting, that are the only 2 companies. You might be familiar with Eastman Chemical Company. They own a lot and they have their hands in a lot, but they're most familiar with Lumar, and with Gowari, they're out of India. They are mostly familiar, you're gonna know them better as the product called Global. So if you guys know Global, or if you guys use Global or Lumar, those are actual true manufacturers. They produce, they make every part of it, and they send it out. All right, moving on to the second term, builder. Builder is basically anyone else that's not Eastman or Gowari. Companies like Max Pro, Matico, I believe, and a number of other different companies, what they have, they still have business in here in the industry. They still have a machine that takes it all together, and that machine is expensive. You're talking 800,000, a million, 2 million. There's a lot that goes into making these, so they're still producing it. But these type of companies, these builders, collect the material, the raw material, from other producers or manufacturers, and they bring it together and they build the film. So that's what a builder is. A reboxer is someone that does a private label. They'll get a white box shipped from them, from the builder. They'll get a white box shipped from the builder, and they'll either put their own label on it, or they will do something else, or they'll have someone else put labels on their boxes and sell it as a private label. So why am I going over this information? This information is very important because your film is your bread and butter. You got to go with someone you trust, but you need to know all the information so that you can make an informed decision. I've even quoted and stated in my previous videos, I believe about a year ago, my 4 top factors in choosing a film. One of the factors was do not go with a reboxer. Okay, so I'm going to tell you right now, everyone's wrong from time to time. I'm not perfect, but you learn and you grow. So I'm going to retract that previous statement. Like I said, you got to keep in mind all 3 of these companies, all 3 of these entities that make film, anyone can get into them. Okay, if you're a manufacturer, there's only 2 companies, but you got to take hundreds of, millions of dollars to invest into making this stuff, and a lot of people don't have that. Same thing with the builders. They still have millions of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars for facilities and extruders and different materials and machines to produce it. And then you have the builders, so it basically depends on how much money you have. So these reboxers, they're still cranking out a quality product. They can just buy so much in bulk that they're going to get a discount, and the discount on their film, they bump the price just a bit, and then they live off of the profit margins off of that. The takeaway on this one is that it's okay to go with a reboxer if you do your research. Find out the reboxer and find out who, or a private label or whatever, find out where they're getting their process from. You got to think of a reboxer as a grocery store. Okay, this reboxer or this private labeler, whatever you want to call it, they get their material from other companies. Some good, some bad. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. You got to keep in mind though, the point of a business is to make money. So these guys that are doing private labels or reboxing materials or reboxing film, number one, they're typically getting them from reputable, already established film companies. Number two, they're not in the business to upset people. They're in the business to sell a good quality product and make a profit. Same thing with everyone else. Okay? Now that doesn't mean that sometimes the product that they get is not good or happens to have flaws in it. That happens. That's time to time. That's life. But the good thing about a reboxer is they can decide to source their material from anyone that they want, anyone that they think they can get a better deal on, or they think they can get better quality for long-term profitability and long-term customer satisfaction. That's going to be the end game for them. So, with all that said and all that in mind, I want you to think about this the next time you're choosing a film. And just so you know, a lot of people that are even in the industry and that have been in the industry for years don't even know this. Okay, I've learned and I've spoken to a lot of people, and not a lot of people know this. I don't know why. I don't think people want to know, but it is the truth about window film. So, next time you're thinking about a reboxer or a private label brand, I'm not saying it's for everyone. I'm just saying that you can be open-minded. Give them a chance. See what they have to offer. What's their warranties? Are they providing warranty on film and labor, or are they just providing warranty on film? If it's just the film, are they going to just throw you a free roll? You know, if they throw you a free roll of 40 by 100, you can do 10 cars out of that. How much money can you make off of that? So that's a pretty good turnaround, or a pretty good trade. So that is what you want to think about, and you want to keep these things in mind as well, because we all want to drive a Mercedes, we all want to drive a Beamer or a Ferrari. That's the high-end total stuff. If you can afford the high-end stuff, by all means, go for it. It's a trusted name brand. you're not going to have any problems with it. But you also have people in life that can only afford Hondas and Toyotas. And if that's what you got to do, that's what you got to do. You got to buy a Honda or Toyota. Or some people in life just got to go to A and B cars. You know, they go to the local buy here, pay here, and they're getting wheels and a drive, and they're trying to get from A to B. No matter what it is, the good thing is that whatever your budget is, there is a company that's going to be able to work for you and work within your budget. You can only work and do with what you're capable of and what is within your means. So if you have a small budget and you're trying to grow a business, you know, maybe it's not very conducive to go with the high-end stuff or more branded or more known stuff, and then go with someone that's a private labeler or a reboxer that might take better care of you, that might have better customer service or something of that nature, that there's going to be benefits and features with every different entity that you work with. And again, don't forget, a lot of these reboxers and private labelers, they get their material from the builders. So they get their material from already qualified and established businesses. You may not know it. Like, good example, Global. A lot of people love Global. A lot of people say Global is a more affordable version of Lumar. Well, Global is made by a company in India called Gawari. Okay, a lot of you guys don't know that. Even some of you Global guys that install Global don't know that. So next time you think about reboxers, or they're from India or they're from Asia, and they're junk film from crates from Asia or something like that, just remember, you know, something like a good example is like Global. Global is made in India. They are the only one of two manufacturers in the world, but Global is a good brand name, and a lot of people don't know the truth about Global and where it actually comes from. So the takeaway on this video is do your research, and some films may work for you that may not work for others. Keep that in mind as well. A film here in Florida may not last or may not hold up to the high heat, but will hold up fine in, say, Minnesota, you know, where it's not as hot and it's not as aggressive, and a film may last longer there. So keep that in mind as well when you are purchasing film, because it may not work for you, but it may not work for them, but it'll work for you just because of your situation and your standard. So I hope that brought some light and some information to you. I hope this was helpful for you. If you did like this video, make sure to give it a good thumbs up, and let me know who you're using. What kind of film do you use, and who do you use? Put it in the description below, comments below, and that's it. I think that's it. So thanks again for joining, guys, and I will talk to you soon.